There we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Wednesday, May 5th, 2021. Say hello this morning. Hit the like button. That does help the Backpacktrader channel. And markets are open. The Russell's in an early long, so we'll wait for a new setup. The YM picking up a short right at the open. 09 to 33, probably tradable, and it's hit money management. Soybeans with a short. That seems to be doing very nicely. Approaching target 1. Hitting target 1. So that's going to be one and done for soybeans this morning. Target 2 on the YM. The target 1 is our take profit. 24 ticks at target 1. That was at 34.00. Entry at 34.104. Stop now at 103. Crude got in sync with this long and took a full stop and waiting for the next trade. The YM hitting target 3 now. Stop on the YM target 4. The stop at 093. Unleaded 20 SMA traders. So diamond level traders or anybody drawing the 20 SMA trade in on the gold level took a full stop on this one. Only 32 tick loss times 2 positions. So that's down 64 and now in another short. $17.19. Money management at $6.99. Target at $6.83. And stopping out on that one as well. That's another 33 tick loss, so 64 and 66, down 130. It's a tough start on unleaded this morning. All right, soybeans target 1 and the other 2 positions, actually other 3 positions, start stopping out at 46.25 from an entry at 47.25. So we got 4 points on the trailer, or 4 ticks on the trailer, and target 1 was worth 14, so 18 ticks. That's $250. Reasonable. Profitable morning there. So done on soybeans. 082 for the YM stop. The Russell flat now. No trade setups yet. My pound Aussie chart had a short entry at 79.82 with money management at 79.70, target at 79.69, and 79.69, 79.65. Actually, yeah, target 3 at 69, target 4 at 65, which have both been hit. Trailer currently at 79.77. Trade today had a bit different trade. That trade didn't come in until over here at 69.67. The magenta bar being the setup on that one, apparently, and has triggered in. And our first target and money management is 79.56 on trade today. So that's differences between the data, where my 50 EMA was, and picking up that trade before the cross. Trade today not picking up a trade until after the cross. Most likely, it's a yellow trade off of. In fact, unless his chart is drastically different, it's a yellow trade off of this set of exhaustion dots right here. Needing to move a little bit. Russell with a long, it looks like 45.6. Just peeking through the 20 SMA. Not an ideal place for that trade, but you can't discount it completely because moving averages are broken all the time. But you got the moving average and the session open here at 46. You got the 46.2 or 3 for the session open, 46.3 for the session open, and you've got your entry at 45.6. After a strong down move, pre-market and in the first 5 minutes. Now the question is, will the buyers come back in, try to recoup some of it? The YM trade has down. Yes. So we go from 069 to 046, picking up 20. 104. Yeah, from 104. 06, picking up 58 on the trailer and 24 on target for this morning there. Still no second trade on crude and no third trade yet on unleaded. The Russell through the session open, but looks like being rejected before it quite gets to the beginning. And by the way, this is John, not obvious. Troy was tied up today, so I will be doing the regular session and the crude oil session. It's a while since I've hosted the crude oil session. Trade today still working, trying to get down to 79.56 for target and money management. And the Russell stopping and reversing to short quickly and getting quick target 2. So the stop and reverse would have been 43.7. So target 2, and we are already down to a trailing stop at 43.1. Target 2 would have been at 39.4 for 43 ticks. What did we lose on that stop and reverse? From 45.6 to 43.7. 19 ticks, 38, and we got 40. We're positive already. This will be a POQ trade. The YM is 1 and done. The Russell will be 2 and done. Stop at 41.3. And there is a reversal at 40.7. And stopping out on the trailer at 41.3. Or if you take a stop, use a stop and reverse adjust and key level at 41.1. But that is positive. My pound Aussie stop still at 79.77. Having taken 3 positions off at 13 ticks. Target 3. Good morning, Miles, Brett, Armando. All right. So the Russell and the YM are complete. Soybeans is complete. Unleaded and crude both needing to make up for some losing trades. 2 losers on 2 full stops on unleaded and a full stop on the 8-cent momentum bar crude. Pound Aussie trying to work its way down. It looks like it's a grind. It's got resistance at the 20 SMA, but sure not been able to get very far from it. Trying to push down to new session lows. So we're back to our early trades again today. Pound Oz an 8:30 start time, and crude and unleaded with 9 o'clock start times. Our 9:30 start time charts are all 3 complete. So quick action on the index futures and on soybeans. The YM hasn't decided if it's done going down yet. The Russell and ES both recovering from their opening downward push. And getting down to 79.62, 62.2 at least on my data on the pound Aussie. This seems to be a grind. My stop did move down to 79.72. That bar closed, or that the high of that bar was 72.1. I would push that up. Definitely 73. Yeah, I think I would keep it above the swing at 76. Try to let it work its way down, given how noisy that downward move has been. It's been very much back and forth. Get up above that last swing high and the 20 SMA. This is a fairly small trade. We've already got 39 ticks on the first three positions, and target 4 was another 17. So 56 pips so far. So I'm willing to give it a little extra room on the trailer to try to get as much as possible on this. I'm certainly not going to let it go negative, but since our entry was at 82, keeping it at 76 still gives me 6 pip profit on the trailer with the adjustment. It's a 4-tick adjustment, but the combination of the key level at the 75, the 20 SMA, and the high of the bar, and the swing level, the 20 SMA, the 75. All points of possible resistance. So I'm going to try to take advantage of culmination of several things and use that 4 pip adjustment. Unleaded with a long trade now. 1813 it looks like. Yes. Interesting price action. Definitely bit of back and forth movement here. Crude and unleaded both with initial longs filtered by the squeeze zone. Unleaded has pushed through the 50 EMA and now has a valid long setup that it's in. And the pound Aussie getting down to 59.5, or I'm sorry, 95. Yeah, 59.5. 59, 58, 1, 8, 0. Getting close to target for the trade today at 56. Getting within just 2 pips. 1.5 now. Getting down to 57.4. 56.8. And it's actually gotten a little lower than that. 56.6 was low. Stop now at 71. And with this move, I would go ahead and bring that down. Just 6 ticks away from target. And that's a place where I might consider marketing out of that position and going ahead and bringing my stop down. The target is 11 pips. If you get 10.5 less spread, that's still within the parameters. Approaching 10 o'clock, I will shut it down about 10:15, 10:15, 10:20, so I can prep for the inventory report session. Good morning, Keith. All right. The pound Aussie rising and unleaded falling. And we have a stop and reverse at the natural stop, 1759. Unleaded touched, set, very marginally set a new high, taking it up from 1819 to 1824 before pulling back to 50 and 20, 50 EMA, 20 SMA. And see if our stop will hold and stay in the long, or if it breaks and we get into the short. I'm not sure whether we'll get exhaustion dots on this bar. No, no, it won't be this bar. It'll be at least the next bar on crude if we get them. Back up around the entry on trade a day. And unleaded bouncing off of the EMA, off of the moving averages. 50 EMA, 20 simple moving average. And you're going to looks like it may take another run at its session high. No, he'll be back next week because I'm tied up all next week. But he was out kind of off the grid last month. He had asked me early actually back in March if I could cover most of the sessions in April. He's been working diligently on getting the energy and grain modules for Catapult ready for release. And just needed some time out of the office, as it were, to kind of get away from as many distractions as possible to concentrate on those. And I'm happy to do that because I'm going to be here in front of the charts anyway, so I might as well go ahead and host the room. Try to give back some of what I've gained from being in here. And I still gain from being in it because it makes me think through the charts a little bit more and to be able to articulate my thoughts to you. All right. Not much going on right now. Unleaded came up off the stop and is now around almost up to its entry. Pound Aussie is close to a stop out on my chart. It's right at the entry, the original entry on the trade a day. And the stop out on the trailer, that is, on my chart. That would be an 11 tick gain on the trailer. Getting within, getting within two ticks. Uh-oh, looks like it did bounce up there. Yep, 71.2. So that's out on my chart, but I can get along with 67 pips. Crude trying to work up through, or rather unleaded rather. Crude still flat, and we are we're out of the 9 o'clock session for crude, so we won't take any more trades until our inventory report session starting at 10:32. And unleaded, I would say follow that until about 10:25, and then if you're still in that at 10:25, I would exit the position with the crude, with the inventory report coming out. Let's see, your stop was 86, so yeah, we're well below that at this point. You have to work up through the 50 EMA to get to the trade a day stop. So the only thing we're watching right now then is unleaded gas, or at least for my charts. The Russell and YM the YM and soybeans are all POQ. The 9 o'clock mini session is done on time. It only had one trade, and that was a full stop out. Unleaded has had 2 full stop outs and is now in a third long trade. But just, it's kind of stuck right at the session high at the moment. Any questions? And the index charts all headed down again. Not a nice situation at the moment. And unleaded with another stop and reverse. You could reverse on this. The reversal would be at 59, which was the stop on the trade, or just take the exit and wait for the crude oil inventory report. Given the sluggish price action in the last half hour, I would tend to take that route, because I really don't want to be in a trade when the crude oil report comes out. And of course, as soon as I say that, it's going to go to unlet. It's going to go and hit money management on me. Or maybe not. And just slow action right now. Market's in wait and see mode. Got about 20 minutes to the crude oil the inventory report. And unleaded coming back up through the entry. So as I suspected, it's not likely to make significant moves until after the crude oil inventory report comes out. It's just hanging around the moving averages. Well, a fairly successful session this morning, other than the energies. All four of the other charts were POQ on my chart for my charts. Trade today is still in the short trade, having missed target and money management by 6 ticks, and now coming back up and having tested the 50 EMA. Looks like it's bouncing off, but not bouncing with authority at this point. And the Russell's bounced back up the 50 EMA again. Going back and forth between the 50 EMA and the 20 SMA. So we'll see which way it breaks. Will it break up through the 50 or down through the 20? Unleaded pushing up through its, getting a close above its 20 SMA. Crude actually making a little bit of a move up off of its moving averages. And the Russell breaking through the 20 SMA. And let's see where we are here. All right. The only active trade for me, or the only active chart, I suppose you could say, I would say it's in stand down waiting for the inventory report. But if you trade it strictly by the chart, you're in the short. I wouldn't have taken the short. I would have exited it. Well, that was the natural stop for the long. But that's a third full stop out, and I certainly wouldn't put the risk on 20 minutes in front of the crude oil inventory report. But unless there are questions coming up, I am going to go ahead and shut it down here this morning and get ready for the crude oil inventory report. I will be back in about 10 minutes or 8. Try to be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. So we have a few minutes before the report comes out. And there is now we have a long setup on crude. Not even going to touch that. 66.56. We're out of 9 o'clock session. On inventory report day, we do not trade the 10 o'clock session. The inventory report session at 10:30 is our session there, and then we'll have the 11 o'clock session. So I will see everybody in about 10 minutes. Hit the like button. I'll be back to these in just a few minutes with the inventory report set up ready. So stick around on the channel, and that you should be able to get into that very shortly. We'll see everybody then.